Hey everyone, don't forget about our Black Friday sale starting now and ending on Cyber Monday the 28th at theelegantoxford.com with 20% off all orders over $75. Stop on by and pick something up to get your shoes looking their absolute best. With Christmas around the corner, you can go ahead and cheat and leave yourself something nice under the tree. I promise I won't tell. Hey everyone, today we're looking at Loyalty Leather out of Philadelphia, which is the city of brotherly love. Loyalty Leather is unique among the companies that I've reviewed because unlike other brands that I've looked at that primarily offer shoes, Loyalty Leather's specialty is in-house artistic patina work that they apply to various items, which includes shoes as well, obviously, but they offer really fantastic leather bags, totes, shoulder straps, and clutches for women, which is obviously something I'll never use personally, but I really want to highlight this particular brand because it really pleases me to see this woman-owned business doing some really awesome work. Both owners are definitely masters of the craft, not just in their leather construction of their goods, which they do in Philadelphia in-house, but all the way to their amazing patina work and their shoe shines, which are absolutely top-notch. I personally want to thank Loyalty Leather for reaching out and for not only sending me an amazing pair of shoes, but for sending me a jaw-dropping pair for my wife as well, since they offer shoes for women as well, which is another great bonus since relatively few brands do so. So let's open these up and take a look. Okay, let's see what we got. Got a nice box with a nice presentation. I really do like the seal here with the Loyalty Leather logo on there. Let's open it up. Put that to the side. All right. Well, 2 individual shoe bags, which is already a great sign. You know how much I hate one shoe bag. Wow. It's a beautiful hole cut. You know, the hole cut is just one of those styles that is newer, but I think it cemented itself clearly among the classics. Okay. Looking good so far. You know, just from handling this shoe, I am very confident. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident these are made in Spain because they look identical to shoes made by Carlos Santos. In fact, I actually did a patina a couple of years ago on a hole cut that was a natural crust that was very similar. So I'm going to have to check the website, but I'm pretty sure these are made in Spain, which is a really great thing because if you know Carlos Santos, and I've done a bunch of reviews on them already, they make fantastic shoes. In fact, the field boot is probably one of my absolute favorites that I wear at least once a week. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. This is really good patina work. Absolutely. Beautiful marbling. And the color is really good. So the color really, I think in real life, it's probably lighter than it looks on camera. It's more of a ruby red with a nice plum burgundy color in it as well. It's kind of a really cool juxtaposition. This is fantastic. Really like what I'm seeing. Alright, let's check out the other one. Obviously not expecting a huge difference, but I do have to take a look and check it out. Alright. Man, I really love the color. This is good patina work. I know I'm a patina artist, but I'm not the best on the planet, and I still need to really brush up my skill with, no pun intended, with the brush. So I'm really impressed by this. Oh. Really impressed with the design and the color. The marbling is really well done, and the shading, all top notch. Very, very nice. So that's really impressive. Now let's check out the shoes that were sent for my wife. So while I was grabbing my wife's shoes, I checked the Loyalty Leather website, and I was right. The shoes are made in Spain. So I could be wrong, but I'm going to assume that these shoes are made in the same factory that produces Carlos Santos. And I know that that's a common practice in Spain. There's a factory that makes shoes for multiple brands. And I can't complain. Carlos Santos makes a very good shoe. Among the Spanish brands, it's one of the best and well priced out there. And they make a solid product. So this is already a really good sign. And the quality's there. I mean, oh, this is beautiful. So my wife has been begging me for a penny loafer. She just loves the style. And this one actually has more burgundy purple tones in it, which I really like as well. But I'm glad they match because we're going to do a photo shoot. And she's going to wear these. So these are actually Blake stitched. The others are Goodyear welted. These are Blake stitched, which is actually very common among women's shoes because they're so slim and so tight. So that's actually easier to do on a Blake stitch. So there's really no... I prefer, obviously, Goodyear welted shoes and hand welted shoes. But objectively, the only difference is that Blake stitch shoes, it's also called a Mackay construction, has to be done using a machine only. It can't be done by hand because the stitching is on the inside, and that's only can be done by a machine. Now, it's done for convenience and for a quick construction. So it was really created for convenience, but no complaints here. Beautiful. My wife's really going to be happy. And she's definitely going to like these. She's been begging me for a penny loafer. She's a size 5.5, so she's pretty small. She's only 4'10", 4 feet, 10 inches. So she's a very petite person, and these look like they're the perfect size. I try to ask Alan Edmonds to make me a shoe for my wife, but she's, let's see, she would be a size 3 in men's, so it just was not possible. So I'm really glad to have found a shoe for her. So, love the color. I'm going to be honest. I'd say I like the patina on this one a bit more than mine. It has a really regal color. The burgundy tones really, really work. So yeah. Looking good. So, before I begin to shine these shoes, I want to talk a little bit about Saphir Renovator. I know there's been some controversy around it since I've seen users claim, and I believe them, that Renovator has removed the finish off of their shoe. Now, I use Renovator every day and have applied it to thousands of pairs at this point in my career, and I absolutely love it and consider it the gold standard in leather conditioning, and I've only had 2 issues the entire time I've used it. Remember, as with anything you put on your shoes, even the safest, most mild conditioners or creams can have an adverse effect, which is why you should always test a small inconspicuous area before you apply it to the rest of your shoe. That common sense advice your grandpa gave you still holds up today. Always be cautious when you're dealing with shoes you've spent your hard-earned money on. That being said, however, Renovator is very safe to use on your shoes unless they are crust leather or have had a custom patina applied with leather dye. In such cases as those, the mild solvents that act as a cleaner in the Renovator might give you some issues with the shoe's finish. Like I usually recommend, use Napa Leather Balm, which is water-based and perfect for the most delicate leather when dealing with crust or patinas. Renovator has a lot of strengths, such as its ability to really condition dry leather, but it might be a little too strong for that delicate work. So remember, use the proper tools that you need to get the job done, and don't let the tools use you. So, like I mentioned, since these are crust leather and they had a patina added to them, I'm going to be using Napa Leather Balm. I've already mentioned it's water-based. It doesn't smell as good as Renovator, I'm going to be honest. Renovator just has that really amazing smell. Napa Leather Balm kind of smells sweet, like caramel and kind of a chocolatey smell. But yeah, so I always mention how good it smells. So you're just going to get a little bit, right? This is how you use it. You grab just a tiny, tiny bit first. Just a little bit. And then you apply it just like that. Right? See if you can see it right there. Yeah. Okay. And you're just going to apply it, right? None of it's running off. Yep. looks fine. So, yeah, Renovator might have pulled a lot of color off, which can happen. Or, I mean, I've applied Renovator to crust pairs before too, and nothing happened. So, be judicious and be careful, because these shoes are hand painted. You'll immediately see that color deepen. It's like a nice, now that I'm seeing the more purple, it looks like a nice purple looking galaxy. It's beautiful. Oh, I forgot to remove the laces. I'm an idiot. I'll remove them in a bit and just apply it right there to those areas. I can already tell this is going to look really beautiful once it's shined. It's really a unique color. But yeah, just apply it with your fingers. Don't use a rag. It could just be too abrasive and you're going to pull some color off. So just use your fingers and massage it in there, right? And take your time, and it'll absorb in. Napa leather conditioner is just really safe overall, and it's a good alternative. It is more expensive than Renovator, obviously, but it's a very, very good alternative. I hate removing laces. It's like the worst thing when you're working on shoes, because then putting them back on is just time consuming and annoying. So we're just going to put that on there. Just rub it in just slightly, okay? Whoop, right there. This is a really beautiful color. It looks like a beautiful red burgundy purple marble. It really does. I mean, Loyalty Leather did a fantastic job. It's very unique, and the shape of the shoe is just so nice. It's a subdued and classic last, but it still has that flair. It's not too subdued, not too boring. So just keep adding a little bit with your finger. You don't gotta go too far. And when it comes to colored cream polish, you don't have to use it. I don't really want to change the color of this patina, and the MDO cream polish has a lot of pigment. So that can definitely add more color in than you're going to want. And of course, if you want to, experiment, which I don't recommend, go ahead, but not me personally. Just add some here at the bottom. And using your fingers is just better for control overall, and you use a lot less product, so one jar is going to last you a very, very, very long time. Now, for the mirror shine, I don't want to use black, because then the whole entire area that you mirror shine is going to be black. So you really have to carefully choose what color you're going to use to perform that mirror shine. I don't like neutral myself, so I like to pick the lightest color on the shoe to use for the mirror shine. In this case, it's like an oxblood burgundy red, and that's exactly what I'm going to use for the mirror shine. It allows for some color, right? So when the mirror shine is done, this glossy mirror will be a red mirror, an oxblood mirror, and beneath it, you'll clearly see the different colors because it's still see-through and it's still close to neutral. So you'll see all the depth under it, and you'll see the layers go down, 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 down. And it looks really cool. People will ask you, man, how did you make the shoe look so deep? Well, you play with color, and then you use the wax polish. Not the wax polish. Then you use the wax, and you build like that icy, glassy top, and it looks really, really cool, really, really deep. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use this wax. You can see it's pretty red, but it's going to be exactly what we need. It's going to really build a beautiful mirror shine. So as always, a good horsehair brush is really going to make the difference. What you don't want is to get little pieces of lint in the wax as you're starting the mirror shine. It can actually happen. You'd be surprised how many shines I see with a piece of lint embedded under the wax, and it's just a nightmare. It can affect the shine. So make sure that's all gone. I even buy compressed air in a can sometimes so I can just continually make sure nothing's on there. So just go ahead and brush everything off. Now, you've seen this process a million times. I have a dedicated mirror shine tutorial that you can check out. if you want to see the entire process. But like always, I'm going to be applying wax with my fingers in sequential layers, about 10 to 15 to 20. And that just is the process that works for me. Your experience may differ. So find the mirror shine tutorial that works for you and try different methods. But this is just what works for me. Put down that wax and start to build those layers. Now, I do realize I'm in the minority of shiners, but the alcohol water solution that I use helps to start the process a lot faster. All right, and you can check that out in my other tutorial. But just from these few first seconds of shining, you can already see the shine start to develop nicely. I know a lot of shiners don't like rubbing alcohol in their water. That's completely fine. Some just use normal water. Some companies actually sell mirror shine water, which has rubbing alcohol in it. I just found the solution that works for me, and I use it sparingly. And then after that, I just use drops of water and pressure like I'm shining an egg. I don't want to crack the shell, but I don't want to go so light that nothing happens. If you go too hard, you'll start to pull wax off. So you kind of have to find this balance. That's kind of where the artistic part comes in. It's not really something I can objectively tell you how to do. You kind of have to feel it out. And I mean, as you can see, very quickly you can start to build a normal shine. And then after that, you just keep building layers, which can take half an hour, an hour. I mean, I've had shines take me 4 hours, which I spread out across 4 days. I do an hour a day, and that's kind of how it works. So I wish it were really quick. The World Shoe Shine Champion, he works for Mason and Smith. They're good friends of mine. I don't know how he does it, but he busts out the most amazing shines in 20 minutes. I'm just not at that level yet. So my shines will take longer, but I think even though they take a lot longer, they're pretty good in the end. All right, so I'm just going to keep shining. And before I show you the final result and have my final thoughts, I'd like to show you how my wife's shoes turned out. So my wife and I had lunch in Old Town San Diego, and I told her, before you put the loafers on, let's first go to the park and you can have a small photo shoot just so we can show them off. And they looked fantastic. And plus, she's really photogenic, always has been. But the loafers really did look great, and I can't say enough good things about how they look. She's been begging me for a pair of dress shoes since I started the Elegant Oxford, and we just never got around to it in the 3 years it's been around. So she's always liked loafers. She really likes the look. So I hope you like them. They're a great shoe, a great woman's shoe, and I'll probably end up getting her something else. She just really likes how they look. All right. The shoe shined really beautifully, if I do say so myself. I decided not to add a really strong mirror shine to my wife's loafers. They're more of a casual style anyway, but a whole cut Oxford looks really, really great with a mirror shine. And the red wax really complements the patina that's already on here. As you can see, everything shined up really, really, really well. So they're just absolutely beautiful. I really love the color, and I love how easily they shined up. Overall, I really feel like this shoe is a massive victory for those who not only like dress shoes, but especially for those of us who enjoy patina works and shoe shines, considering Loyalty Leather is run by two phenomenal women who do a great job. And I'm not just saying that because they're unique among those in our field. They actually do really fantastic work, and everything is spot on perfect. So considering all that, these are absolutely a positive for those of us who like patina work and really solid Goodyear welted shoes. As always, I want to encourage you, those of you who like patina work, shoe shines, and Goodyear welted shoes, to go out there and support your patina artists who work really, really hard. I know Kira and Cheryl at Loyalty Leather do fantastic work. And if I'm correct, the video they posted on Instagram, it was Cheryl who did these shoes, and she did a phenomenal job. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to become a better patina worker, and it's always great to see other people's work and to enjoy and see it in person. So absolutely great work. So I want to wish everyone at Loyalty Leather continued success. I hope they can bring more patinas to more people so that it's more known across the world, so this art never disappears. And I'm grateful for them for sending not only this wonderful pair, but for those loafers that my wife really enjoyed and loves to wear. So thank you to them. And as always, visit Loyalty Leather and check out their stuff. I think their purses and their clutches and their bags are their best thing, to be honest. I'm not trying to take away from the shoes, but my wife saw them and she was absolutely crazy about them. So if you have someone in your life that likes that kind of stuff, they're a fantastic option. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun, including my wife, because she's usually not a part of the Elegant Oxford videos. I want to thank Cheryl and Kira over at Loyalty Leather for providing the shoes. They did a wonderful job, and I'm really impressed with how everything came out. The shoes look great, and I loved the loafers more than anything. Seeing my wife wear them was just really fun, and taking those pictures was just a blast. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Don't forget about our Black Friday sale. Head on over to theelegantoxford.com and get 20% off on orders over $75. This is sales going all the way up till Cyber Monday, the 28th. So thanks again, everyone, for watching, and I will see you next time.